Cam Little.
I want some Thai food again. That was.
You want to go back to London
I want
already?
to go back to Borough Market is where I want to go.
Well, maybe this time you can bring your bag. We're going to do what's in your bag with Cam Little. This bag isn't your personal bag. This is your... Do you bring this to work, or this is your at-work bag?
This is my at-work bag.
Okay.
Without this, I'm nobody. So we do a good job, keep everything we need for practice, whether that's post-practice, pre-practice, during practice. This is the bag that goes with me. This is my training bag.
Similar to high school, college, you always had one of these?
Yes, we did, but this one is obviously a lot nicer. It's got a lot more footballs. Ooh,
Yep.
Sorry to spoil it. Got a lot more stuff in it that I use on a daily basis. In college, it was literally just our ball bag, quote unquote. This has everything I need, though. So, yeah.
Okay, let's go through it. So maybe we start on the top.
Yeah, what is this?
Hairbrush?
No,
Ball brush.
Ball brush.
Aye.
So obviously the balls are a pigskin. So this kind of keeps the brush, gets all the debris off the brush. If there's dirt, mud, everything on the ball, we try and get it brushed up as nice as possible, polish it up for Ross especially, because he's the one obviously gripping the football to snap it. But yeah, just keeps the balls clean, keeps them nice and tacky for Ross to snap and for Logan to catch. Obviously it doesn't do as much for me because I'm kicking the ball. I'm not touching it with my hands. But this keeps it nice and shiny and polished for Ross and Logan.
So you're bringing this game day, you have this
Yeah,
as well before you go out there and kick.
yeah.
Maybe Ross or Logan's got it.
100%, especially like if it's wet, muddy, get all that stuff off. So it's good for them.
Okay, interesting.
That's the first thing, Wilson.
Ball brush. Next, let's open this bad boy up.
What do you want to start with?
I want to start with... Are all the footballs the same?
They're different, actually. Actually, shout out London. Look at that. London Games. This was actually, this is a game ball in the game. This was ball 3. So, fun fact about K-balls in the NFL. 1, 3, 5 if you're home team. 2, 4, 6 if you're away team. So there's 6 balls given to each of the 2 teams. So game balls 1, 3, and 5 are given to the home team. Balls 2, 4, and 6 are given to the away team. So if you are the home team, obviously you get your balls on game day. If you're the away team, you get your balls on game day, wherever the site is. So obviously this one, this would have been at Tottenham. So got to Tottenham, you get these balls on game day. You get a certain amount of time allotted before the game to break in the football. So we don't like brand new footballs. Brand new footballs suck. They are hard, plasticky feeling. They feel brand new. It's like a new pair of shoes. Before you break them in, you're going to get blisters with them. Well, I'm not going to kick the football as good if it's brand new. So we got these on game day. This was ball number 3. We did use this in the game. We like to kind of rotate. If we don't like ball 1 as much, like if it doesn't feel good, we'll go to ball 3. If we don't like ball 3 as much, which is very rare.
What do you mean we?
Me, Ross, and Logan.
You'll decide.
Yeah, we
You
decide.
pick between the 3 balls.
We pick between the 3, and usually it's 1 or 3 or 2 or 4. We never really go to the 5 or 6 ball. It's rare that we do unless it's, just ticking down rain. So, yeah, this is what on game day, this is what a football looks like versus this is practices that we've had probably 30, 40 practices with. It's so different. Like
That's crazy.
this is what the ball will look like on a game day. Bright red, not very broken in. This one's 30, 40 practices kicked in. So got loads of footballs.
So you're having to get a lot of new balls so you can match up
Yeah,
with the
and
game day.
honestly, I prefer this football over this football. Even though this one's more broken in, I think this gives me better practice of what it's going to be like on a game day. And this is just, at some point, it's like, okay, the ball gets so broken in. First of all, it's unrealistic to a game day, like I just mentioned, but it just loses its pop. Like this, the bladder on this one is just a little newer. This one probably wouldn't fly as far as this one, maybe. So
do you get to keep some of the balls?
Oh, yeah.
So
All the game day balls we get to keep.
What's your favorite ball that you've got?
Obviously, my game winner in Indy. I kept that ball. I actually have a place in my house where I keep all the balls that mean something to me. I got my first field goal versus Miami. It was a 53-yarder. Never forget it. Game ball from Indy that I kicked the actual game winner with. Kept that ball as well. And then I kept the ball from the Lions game where I tied the franchise record from 59. So I've kept those 3 footballs. Those are the 3 that haven't meant a lot.
So they're sitting on the...
Sitting, that means something to me. Maybe one day they won't mean as much to me, but those 3 right now set those goals and obviously hit them.
Okay, well, what else we got in here? We got
So we can set this down. We'll set the London one down there. So we got a ball and a brush.
Yes.
These 2 things. Honestly, probably 2 most important things. Heinz ketchup. Don't know how that got in there, but yeah.
So you have ketchup when you arrive
Yeah.
and practice of the game.
Yeah, we do.
Explain. Are you shots of ketchup before?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how. This must be a Ross or Logan thing because I don't carry this in the bag. So this is a new addition. So maybe shots of ketchup. Yeah. Actually, we might not have it in the bag today, but there is another thing that I'd like to mention that goes along with this. So we take these little shots of like, it's like a hydration thing. It's called a hot shot. And it's really spicy tasting. And I get made fun of on the team all the time because I take loads of hot shots before the game, and they are disgusting. It's like, it would be like, like a pickle shot. Like you take a pickle shot to get rid of cramps. It's nasty. Yeah. Well, this one's like hot, and it's spicy, and they're absolutely disgusting. But I take like 5 or 6 before the game, and everyone's like, dude, why do you drink those so much? It's like, it just gets me ready. It's like a superstition to me. So if we had that on the table, I do take those, and I do include those in the bag for the game because I will take loads of them just throughout the game.
But the tomato ketchup is not something you have in your bag.
No,
usually.
This is a Ross or Logan thing for sure.
Interesting. Okay.
No, that would be a Ross thing.
You're going to have thousands of high school kids now turning up
with
ketchup
in their bag. Yeah, I know. Move on to the bowl next. So this is like a prehab rehab thing that we like to use. Obviously, hip flexors, hamstrings, lower back is really important for a kicker. That's the main probably 3 target points that I utilize, probably hamstring and hip flexor the most. And so we'll sit out there and a little bit of a biology here. This muscle right here is called your psoas. And so that is the main muscle for your hip flexor. So whenever that's tight, your hip flexor is going to be tight. Whenever that's loose and your psoas, quote unquote, releases, that's when your hip flexor becomes freed up. So if you use this ball, for all you biology majors out there, if you use this ball to release your psoas, your hip flexors will become very, very loose. So they call it the psoas ball. And so you basically roll it out and roll out your hamstring, roll out your lower back, whatever you're feeling. This is important for us. All 3 of us use it. So it's great.
Interesting.
So we've got that. See if that'll stay there. Maybe we can put it right here.
Yeah, behind the ketchup.
Next, kicking sticks. These things right here. You'll never guess what these do. They hold up the football while I'm warming up. So honestly, this is probably, to me, the most important thing in my bag, besides obviously the football. I've lost loads of these throughout high school and college. I've used a cone to set up the ball before. I've used PVC pipe to set up a football while I'm holding it. So without these, I've had to figure out different ways to hold up a football to kick it. And it is awful when you have to use something else besides these.
What is the strangest thing you've found yourself using?
Honestly, I think a cone in the Bahamas, when I just went and trained with all the boys, I used a traffic cone to hold up the ball. And I actually posted that on my cue to that. I posted a picture on my Instagram story of me holding the football up with a traffic cone. And in high school, when I was like just learning to kick, I would always forget these. And I would always lose them. I'd always leave them on the field. And so I'd have to, whether it was a pylon, I've used a pylon before, like in the end zone, and a traffic cone. I've gone and bought PVC pipe at the hardware store and just built my own sticks as well. So obviously it sets up like this. Mm-hmm. You set the football up kind of like that. And it'll obviously hold the football up when you're on turf and stuff. So keeps it, obviously upright for me to kick and practice. So whenever I don't have the best holder in the world, Logan Cook, I have to use the second best holder in the world, which is those. So on to the next. We actually have something that is pretty cool in this bag that we like to use in our downtime, quote unquote, a tennis ball. You think, well, maybe you roll your foot with the tennis ball, maybe you use it for your reactions.
Hips?
It's purely just for entertainment. Me and Logan in the indoor, when the guys are doing offense and defense, we can only do so much. So we go to the indoor and maybe have a little bit of wall ball, maybe play catch with it. I think we've used this for Ross's reactions a little bit to see how good his hand-eye coordination is. But this is purely for entertainment. We just like to play catch. Maybe Logan or Ross will get mad at me and say I need to shut up, and they'll just throw it at me. So a lot of reasons for this tennis ball, but it's a fun one. More for entertainment purposes only, though.
I love the honesty.
Yeah. Next. Big important one here. This thing right here. Soccer cleat, or as the people in England like to call it, a football boot. this is actually Logan's old soccer cleat that our buddy Ross likes to use when he wants to punt. So Ross is actually an avid punter, secretly. And so during practice, when we have more so during OTAs and when we don't kick as much, Ross likes to keep up on his punting skills. And so it's harder to punt in football cleats, high tops, because you can't flex your foot out. Kind of like how soccer cleats are a little more thin, a little more flexible. And so Ross was like, I think the problem why I can't punt very well is because I don't have soccer cleats on like you and Logan. So Logan kindly enough gave him a soccer cleat to use during practice. So when Ross will unlace one of his football cleats and throw on the soccer cleat. And Ross is actually a really good punter as well, if you guys didn't know. So he'll use this as his off-day punting cleat. So just one of them in here.
And you've always had the same kind of football boot?
Yes. Even when I played soccer, I used the same football boot. I've always been a Nike Mercurial fan. This guy right here. No switching up from, I don't wear a football cleat on my left foot. I wear 2 soccer cleats. Some kickers do like to wear 1 football cleat on their left foot and 1 soccer cleat on their right foot. But I've just been a soccer cleat guy through and through. Keep me to my soccer roots. Keep me feeling like I belong out there. So
Mercurial's a legendary.
Mercurial, yeah. I had the pair of that. Oh, when the 2010 World Cup came out, I had the 2010 World Cup. Would that have been the Vapor 7s? For all you boot nerds out there, I'm a huge boot nerd. Ronaldo wearing the freaking pine green ones with the lace cover on them still.
Legendary.
Still a big boot nerd. Next up in the bag, as you can see, we don't have enough footballs, do we? We actually, here, this will be a good one. This thing right here. You guys are probably wondering what this is.
Hand warmer.
Look at you.
Come on.
Seasoned veteran right here. No, this is a hand warmer. And so you guys are probably wondering what this is. This actually, you stick your hands, if you can see, kind of, we'll go inside out. It's like a felt, and it's really, really warm. You can stick hand warmers, actually, and there's pockets in here for hand warmers. So whether we're playing in, Green Bay, Denver, a cold climate, when it comes to December, January games, Ross and Logan obviously need to keep their hands really warm because they're catching and snapping the football. So Logan and Ross will wear these more so than I will. I personally don't like wearing hand warmers because I don't really need them because I don't do anything with my hands, first of all. But even if I wanted to keep my hands warm, I just think it's kind of awkward for me to have it around my waist. I don't like the feeling of it, but it does keep your hands very warm. Even in rainy games, some guys will wear these to kind of keep their hands dry. They can throw a towel in here so they can kind of keep the towel dry as well, and obviously keep their hands dry. So here's the pocket for the hand warmers. You can chuck a pair of hand warmers in there, keep your hands nice and warm. But very vital to Ross and Logan both. So
I feel like a lot of QBs wear them as well.
A lot, and even some receivers will as well to keep their gloves, obviously from getting wet. So hand warmer, important to Ross and Logan. Maybe not so much me.
Cam, can I ask you one thing? If there was only one of these and only one thing in the bag that you could keep, what would it be?
Out of all of them? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got to be the Heinz ketchup, right? No, I'm just kidding. Probably the football, obviously. Keeps me entertained. I could figure out some way to hold up the football. Maybe I could, like I said, I could find a traffic cone to hold up the football.
Yeah.
But without that thing, I can't really do much with any of the other stuff. So it's got to be the football. Next up, the softball. Once again, just like the tennis ball, for purely entertainment purposes only. And me and Logan will actually, and Ross, more so Ross and Logan, I guess. We have, Logan obviously pitched at Mississippi State, so he's pretty talented at baseball. And Ross played baseball growing up as well. Both as athletic as they come, play every sport. They like to play catch in the downtime when we just keep this in the bag. So this is not really a practice thing, but after practice they'll go play catch with each other and have fun. Me, I played t-ball when I was about 5, quickly figured out I suck at baseball and t-ball. So that was not my niche. But another, for entertainment purposes only, ball. And then I think this might be the last thing we have in here. I think it is. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Actually, we got one more. Actually, I've got a good story about this as well. One of the last couple things we have in our kicking bag is kickoff tee. This is vital for, obviously to start the game. It's the number one thing you gotta have. Without this, you can't go out there and the ball's not going to hold up itself. So I used to use a different kickoff tee in college, actually, one that was green. And it's actually pretty popular, but they actually outlawed them in the NFL. and this is just a standard kickoff tee you can use now. So it's kind of similar to I guess you could say a rugby tee. Kind of does same purpose for when they're doing like a conversion or a try.
Yeah.
You got to obviously hold up the ball by itself. So ball's like this, sets it up like that for me to kick off, obviously to the returner.
I did a punt return today.
Did you catch it?
Missed 3, caught the 4.
No way.
Yep.
I would picture you catching the first one.
I didn't realize how difficult.
That's disappointing.
I didn't realize
Genuinely.
how difficult it is.
Was he spiraling it, or was it end over end?
So it was the machine.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a lot hard. No, that's hard.
Harder.
That's hard.
So Parker said it's
No.
harder when Logan does it because he can just have a banana on it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
do like,
that style, yes. But end over end with the jugs machine is tough. I think catching jugs machine kickoffs are hard because I had to do it back in Coltwick when we would shoot to the returners and we would just be messing around. Like, I try and catch them, and I think it's harder to catch that than it is normal kickoff.
Interesting.
So maybe I'll give you a break.
But I got the 4th.
Okay, well, 4th time's a charm, I guess.
Okay, so this is the last thing in the bag.
Yeah, this is the last real thing we have in the bag, and this is special. This will remain in the bag for as long as, I guess, me, Logan, and Ross are still here. I happen to lose, sorry to the equipment staff, I happen to lose a lot of hats. I actually lose a lot of things in just general. But I lose hats all the time, and they always end up somehow in this bag. So this hat was one of the first hats I got when I got to Jacksonville, and I lost it for a long period of time, and I had no clue like where it was at. It was my favorite hat. I'd wear it to practice all the time, and it randomly showed up in the bag one day. I was like, dude, I've been looking for this hat for so long. And I look on the bottom of the hat, and Ross and Logan have kindly signed the hat on the bottom, giving me their signature. As you can see, my numbers right there. But Logan and Ross have kindly enough signed the hat as a historic landmark of me losing stuff. And so this will forever remain in the bag as long as these balls, as long as I'm still here, will remain in the bag as a historic little piece of evidence that I lose quite literally everything.
Everything.
So, yeah, that's everything through our football bag. We got quite the knickknacks if you ever need a good game to play or some ketchup for your hot dog if you needed to practice. So, yeah, that's everything in our bag. Appreciate you, Reece.
Thank you, brother.